Zeng Fanbo confirmed that the China Cup has been on the Weibo hot search. We must pay attention to the name Zeng Fanbo. Maybe in the next few years, he will become a very valuable NBA player. As a junior in the US and a top player in the CBA in the last season, Zeng Fanbo in the last season is his personal professional career year. In the first 27 games of the first game, he started with 21 games. In the 28.1 minutes of the first game, he scored 14.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 0.8 interceptions, 1.5 rebounds, 1.5 mistakes, and the score is 52.6%, 40.5%, 79.8%. In the second half of the season, he played 5 games. In the 28.8 minutes of the first game, he scored 15 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.25 mistakes, and the score is 52.3%, 43.3%, 61.5%. He was selected as the first player in China to win the Most Advanced Player award and was re-elected as a full-time star. So what kind of player does Zeng Fanbo belong to? Can his technical characteristics match the needs of the Blue Net? He can successfully sign two-way contracts. What is the meaning of Zeng Fanbo's departure from the sea for Chinese basketball? Is the Blue Net boss Cai Chongxin building a team with Chinese culture? Follow this video and we'll find out. Zeng Fanbo was born on January 11, 2003. He is only 22 years old and is still in his early 20s. He is 208 centimeters tall and weighs 96 kilograms. He is a standard body type of side player. And his biggest advantage is his defensive ability. Zeng Fanbo is one of the top 3D players in China, and he has a very high defensive capacity. Although he is 208 centimeters tall, his movement is very sensitive and can defend the back of the ball. He also has enough sensitivity to defend against flexible backs. He can also play the role of a pure defensive player. He is very flexible when he defends. Because his weight is lighter and his body shape is thin, his eye protection ability is very good. His eye protection ability is also very strong. He is also extremely defensive and has a very good grasp of the effective control distance for different offensive players. If it is according to the same height, his wall extension is not outstanding. This is also genetically determined. But if his defensive target is a player with a high body height, he will not be able to defend against a player with a high body height. If his defensive ability is very strong, he will not be able to defend against a player with a high body height. Therefore, having 208 centimeters of wall extension will have enough cavities to affect the attack of the back. Of course, the nature of Xiuzhen's defense is still the number 34. His defensive-offensive ability is also excellent. First, although he is thin, he is not afraid of body confrontation. He is dare to be under pressure. And his center of gravity is very good. But accuracy in the foot switch is extremely high. This can prove that he has put a lot of effort into defense. In the CBA league, he can completely ascertain the position to number 4, and he can make different defensive adjustments due to the needs of each position. At the same time, his defensive ability is excellent, is also very outstanding. He is a defender who can take care of his teammates, and he is not a special soldier. The defense strategy is extremely high, and he can maintain a sufficient ability to change, and he is not a gold executor. Of course, he has excellent athletic ability in domestic players, which gives him the foundation to complete the defense task, and at the offensive end, he is very smart to choose a path that is suitable for him. It is said that he is not a player, and he is not suitable for being a wind line player. The direction of development, he has excellent counterattack ability, and he has a sense of fast attack. At the same time, it is more important that he is a three-point striker. In fact, from his year-old selection report, we can clearly see his development direction. At that time, the selection expert Allen evaluated it like this. It is true that he has strong athletic ability and good technology, the number 3 and number 4. Defense players are also very capable of both defense and defense. There is a good sense of running without a ball, and you can pull the space open for your teammates by running. You can also throw from multiple positions and have potential in the world, but his control of the ball is not enough. When you control the ball, it is easy to make a lot of mistakes. When the opponent performs targeted defense, it is easy to throw the ball in the process of pushing the ball, and the movement of the small body defense on both sides of the ball and the movement of the ball also allows him to have the potential to become a reliable role player. So when the small body defense gradually becomes a 3D player with sufficient defensive flexibility, it is more suitable for him to go to the NBA. We can also say that the development model of the small body defense is Finney Smith. Of course, it is still far from the level of the electric fan. The Small body defense's ability also needs special attention, but we need to be clear that as long as it can stay in the NBA, it is guaranteed to maintain the current sharpness and increase the success rate of counter-stimulation as long as it can stay in the NBA with a better training system and scientific diet. In the NBA, Falco is especially important for the signing of the double contract. In addition to the fact that we can see the success rate of the team, the development of the ball also requires the highest level of psychology, and the balance of the power of the player is very important. Another reason for the fact that Falco can participate in the NBA Chinese League on the blue net is because he has a lot of points, and the goal is to move forward and start the next game just in time. For Little Chen, this is also his last two-way contract. The key problem is that he needs to show his current technical characteristics in front of his relatives and adults, although the Chinese game is a performance game. However, just because the small body defense is held in China, he will definitely have more opportunities, and the coach will definitely set up his own tactics for him. Of course, there will be more random performances in the open space. At the same time, you can also see his ability in tactical execution. I expect Xiaochun to have about 15 minutes of appearance time. At the beginning, both sides will not defend too hard. After all, this is a performance match. Xiaochun will get a chance to shoot 2 or 3 times. You can try the feeling first. According to Xiaochun's style, he may not shoot from a distance. Go to the tactical execution point with a glance of the meeting board to shoot. This is better to show his focus. In addition, it depends on his feeling that night. If the two sides are not much different than the direction, Xiaochun's feeling can still be. Then it will be very important to have more appearance time in the 4th episode. It is also a good opportunity to show yourself. As for whether the blue net, which already has a rich resource, needs Xiaochun, it may not be necessary in terms of player configuration, but in terms of basketball strategy. As long as Xiaochun can show his potential in the 3D development direction, the blue net is needed. Even if he will spend most of his time in the development alliance. Xiaochun may also achieve his own strongest offensive and defensive form at the age of 25. He will not become the hero of the court. He will not grab the excitement of the core players. But he can do it well. It is also possible to put him in the 3rd position to hold the ball. At the offensive end, he does not stick to the ball and has a good running habit. It can also be used as an underdog shooter. The speed of the shot is also possible. There is a certain height advantage, although the captain is not outstanding. It is also possible to combine the speed of the shot with the height. These characteristics also make him theoretically able to stay in the NBA. And he can also become a good role player. He will not become a scarce product, but he can become an all-rounder. Which team needs such a role? And the Blue Net new season is in the development stage of training new people. Xiaochun, even if there is no chance to go on the court, he can also be included as a training role. From this point of view, considering Xiaochun's contract, he cannot sign from the configuration. And from the strategy, signing a 3D development direction is not bad at all. It is a cost-effective operation. Not to mention that Xiaochun represents a huge Chinese market. If Xiaochun can really stay in the NBA, then our Chinese fans will definitely add another main team. You can shout out the Blue Net champion. The Blue Net boss, Cai Chongxin, is a smart businessman with a great sense of humor. First of all, he has a high family background. What he believes in is to pay more than return. He also has his own investment philosophy. If he has a high return, the possible project is worth investing in. That is to say, Mr. Cai is an idealist. There is also a person who supports rational analysis. The development of any matter needs a stage. Mr. Cai is the founder of that stage. Through his foundation, he established a basketball development plan that can be implemented. Blue Net players are not that you have a certain talent, or you are a Chinese, you can rush to the NBA. Development also has to be tough. Mr. Cai is well aware of this. He is generous and willing to give young people opportunities. He is also very clear. He knows that he needs to establish a development system from bottom to top. But the one who can enter a higher level is never Mr. Cai. But how much effort do you have in yourself? What level can you reach through self-discipline and finding potential to get you to the highest level of the stage? Mr. Cai is different from other bosses in the NBA. He is a boss. At the same time, he will not show off his hobbies. He will also counter-express Chinese philosophical culture. His abstract philosophy is also different from other bosses in the NBA. At the same time, he will also help Chinese players to understand more advanced basketball concepts. Basketball has been developing at a high speed in the last few decades. Whether it is tactical level, personal technology, medical system, or business model, it is almost day and night. As a strong Asian basketball country, we have built a high wall. We can't see the outside world clearly. We just know that the outside world is very powerful. We just need to work hard as bosses in the city. We will continue to learn about the outside world with the research groups of advanced giants. We will introduce more advanced basketball concepts to China. More people will step by step go out of the country and study in different countries. In recent years, our talent reserves have been constantly increasing. We don't need to pursue an inner line. It may not necessarily be the descendant of American history.